This transportation TV program is made possible in part by the Associated General Contractors of America, AGC, quality people, quality projects. This is the Transportation TV News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. Many states across the country are struggling to find revenue to pay for critical transportation projects. And for most, raising the gas tax has been out of the question. But in Maryland this week, a Blue Ribbon Commission sent a proposal to the state legislature and Governor Martin O'Malley calling for a 15-cent hike in the state's gasoline tax, along with other vehicle fee and transit fare increases. The state legislature will debate the $870 million proposal in January. Also making headlines this week, Kansas Governor Sam Brownback announced that Kansas Department of Transportation Secretary Deb Miller will be stepping down December 16th to take a position in the private sector. Now in her 8th year as KDOT Secretary, Miller has served under 3 governors. And our coverage of the AASHTO Annual Meeting, held October 13th through the 17th in Detroit, continues this week with an interview with Federal Railroad Administration Deputy Administrator Karen Ray, who took part in a session called High Speed and Intercity Passenger Rail Opportunities and Changes.
I think the big message this year versus the last year when I talked to you is that we've already started work. We've got many projects begun around the country. We've made major strides in obligating money, up to 97% of the Recovery Act money a year ahead of time.
That was the good news. Looking ahead, state DOT officials like Maryland's Caitlin Hughes Raymond, Assistant Secretary for Policy and Freight, expressed concern about the future of high-speed and intercity passenger rail programs.
And for us in Maryland, as is I think the case for many states around the nation, we need to figure out how to get a long-term sustainable funding source to carry this out. It's not simply a state initiative. These projects have benefit to the nation, to the regions, and as we heard today from the Secretary of Transportation for the state of Michigan, international impact.
Following her attendance at the AASHTO Annual Meeting, Deputy Administrator Ray announced she would be leaving the FRA to return to a management position within the New York State Governor's Office. Also at the AASHTO Annual Meeting, experts from GM and Ford teamed up for a session called The Vehicle of the Future, Greener, Safer, and Smarter. Ford safety engineer Eric Eiswert says 82% of the non-alcohol related crashes that occur in the U.S. today could be avoided using intelligent vehicle technology already in existence.
What we're working on right now with a consortium of other auto manufacturers is a concept where vehicles communicate with each other to give you a safer commute and a more enjoyable, more efficient commute. So you can do things like avoid traffic problems, or you can be notified of vehicles that are in emergency situations before you can see them.
For example, the driver approaching this intersection can't see the other car also approaching behind the truck, but his vehicle can. A red light flashes and the vehicle comes to a stop. Eiswert says vehicle to vehicle, or V to V, or vehicle to infrastructure, V to I, communications will be widely available within the next 10 years. Bill Wallace, Director of Global Battery Systems Engineering for GM, says it will take a lot longer to completely eliminate gasoline-powered vehicles from the U.S. fleet.
We're going to provide a range of products, and really we're going to, at the end of the day, the market will drive what's best. We will have plug-in electrics, extended range electrics, pure electrics. In our space, it's driving down the cost of lithium-ion battery technology today, either through scale, because scale is important, the more we can build, the less expensive they get, or through advanced chemistries and advanced designs.
GM showcased its extended range electric Chevy Volt at the AASHTO Annual Meeting. The automaker says the vehicle is equipped with a small gasoline-powered engine that extends its range up to 300 miles. Environmental issues were another of the many important topics covered at the annual meeting. Next week, an interview with Washington State DOT Secretary Paula Hammond, chairman of the AASHTO Climate Change Steering Committee. That's the Transportation TV News Update. Thanks for watching. This transportation TV program is made possible in part by the Associated General Contractors of America, AGC, Quality People, Quality Projects.